Hello, everyone, and welcome to this game of the week. We're on a very special map. It looks like it's like a Acropolis, but it's actually like triple hill fort. It's a very interesting map, and I've never seen it before. I'm joined here with Joshua, and I'll introduce the first team. We have in blue, really Diao or Vivi playing as the Persians. In the pocket position, we have Yo playing as the Spanish, and in yellow we have in teal we have Lix playing as the Ethiopians, and I'll let you introduce the other team, Joshua.
All right, so the other team in question again is VNA. Left side. In the purple, we have ACCM playing as the Burmese. The pocket. In the red, we have Say My Name playing as the Franks. And we have Song Song in the green playing as the Portuguese. So, I'll be frank, this is not a map I see very often. In fact, this I think is the first time. 3v3 hill fort, no. I've seen 1v1 hill forts, but not 3v3.
I actually like Hill Fort a lot. I think it's a very aesthetic map. Unfortunately, Tower Rush is a little strong on it, but that's probably something that's common of any 1 versus 1 map anyway. But I really like the map, actually. I think there's a lot of strategic value to it, and I hope we see a really good game. So we basically have a Vietnamese team and a Chinese team, so we can call them by that.
It's like a Lei Loi matchup right here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Someone's played their campaigns.
Yeah.
So I assume the meta of this map will probably be go for like Castle Age units, go for knights, maybe go for like archers, or if you have a strong unique unit, go for a castle, and then build your town centers either towards the forward, side, or back positions and boom it out. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good for the most part. I think I have played Hill Fort a couple times to be the wood access, because you don't have much in the way of force inside your base. So, of course, that'll expose your villagers, so you kind of have to weigh the risks and benefits. Certainly, you're mentioning something like knights. That because of the fact that your villagers are going to be exposed, they probably have more relevance on a map like this compared to other closed maps like, say, Arena, where I think more of like a monk and a siege push is probably more prominent.
Monk and Siege, yeah, you're right. But probably won't see too much of a monk and siege push. It is, kind of like a team game. See that a little bit less often. Let's take a look at a few of these civilizations. We have Vivi playing as the Persians, which is a really great economy civ, great knight civ. I won't see anything different from them. Mr. Yo playing as the Spanish, a good team game civilization. Maybe we see conquistadors for them. I wouldn't be surprised at all. He's got tons of buffalo. I think he should share that with his teammates. And in teal, we have Lix playing as the Ethiopians. We'll probably see crossbow from them. So pretty predictable army composition, in my opinion, from the Chinese team. Would you agree with that?
I would definitely agree with that. And but something like the Ethiopians, though, their other big asset is their siege workshop. They're the only civilization that has the full siege tech tree, so that could probably be an end goal for Lix as well, assuming the game goes long enough. Spanish player, I mean, I think in team games I see Paladin from them most often, but then again, that's also a specialty of the Persians, so maybe they could go the camel route, I don't know.
Okay. So that is another possibility. We could see knights from the Spanish and camels from the Persians, or again, Spanish could see maybe their unique unit.
Yeah, their unique unit at first. I was talking more of like a
Yeah.
So they might transition into something like Paladin.
And then for the other team, for the Vietnamese team,
yes, I'll do them.
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right. So ACCM playing as the Burmese. Much like the Spanish, they might, I think, Arambai might be a pretty predictable opening for them. But unlike the Conquistador, though, the Arambai actually has some longevity to it, whereas the Conquistadors kind of fall off in value.
Yeah.
When you get into the Imperial Age, the Arambai stay reasonably strong. You do just have to keep in mind their pierce armor is kind of crap, though, so hopefully your teammates can provide some good supporting units. For Franks, I mean, probably the most predictable civ in the game. They're going to be going knights,
Throwing axe.
which is why
Okay.
knights and later on paladins as well, which is why I was suggesting heavy camels from the Persian player Vivi on the other team. And Portuguese, it's hard to say for the Portuguese in the mid game because that gold discount is pretty versatile. Knights or archers. I think in the late game though, obviously their signature unit is their signature army composition is gunpowder, so that'll be what I think Song Song will be looking forward to as the game drags on.
It looks like we have some pretty unique strategies from the Vietnamese team. We have 5 villagers coming forward for Song Song. Probably going to place down a tower. Towers can be very effective on Hill Fort because a lot of these resources are hittable by towers, even though they are right next to the walls. Say My Name went up to the Feudal Age real quick too. I don't know why. He's going to get more attack on his scout, but other than that, I'm not sure what that gains him. He's actually going to build a stable back at home to go for a few scouts. That makes sense.
Oh dear. I mean, Portuguese probably have the weakest economy of the 3 group of civilizations for the VNA, so I think maybe you might as well, if someone's going to be going aggressive, it might as well be the generic eco one.
The 2 towers coming up. The first tower not doing a whole lot, but they might actually get inside these walls. If they get inside, are they going to be able to do too much damage? I'm not sure. Mr. Yo is walling it all off. And I think Yo should be able to defend with a counter tower as he goes up to the next age.
Yeah, this Palisade Gate is... I think it'll last right up until the point that Yo's in Feudal Age. He's doing a decent wall off, so... At best, I think Song Song will be able to deny these wood lines, but not much more.
2 scouts getting in from Say My Name. Well, we'll see if they're able to do anything. They are Frankish scouts, but there are few quick walls from Vivi. But those scouts kind of look
That's
trapped.
interesting.
Tower coming up for Song Song. Not going to accomplish a whole lot. Maybe takes away 1 farm.
Vivi chose to run away instead of putting down his own defensive tower. I did not expect that.
And looks like still trying to go for that fast castle. We have Market and Blacksmith up for Mr. Yo. We have Stable and Blacksmith up for Vivi. Well, it looks like that Blacksmith might get denied. He's going to rush it up. Probably not. What the heck is Song Song doing attacking this house?
I hope those vills aren't in range of Yo's C, because that would be really bad.
Yeah. And now he's building the watchtower on top of the town center. Oh, it is too close. So 4 players up to the next stage. We have Yo, Lix, Vivi, all of the Chinese players. So they're not too disturbed by this tower rush. And on the other team, we have ACCM going up to the next stage. And this is not a great rush for the Vietnamese team.
You're saying how towers are really strong on this map. I can see why, because you have the potential to thrash around 3 players and slow them down.
I actually think
give
it's much
yourself
stronger
breathing
probably
room.
on a 1 versus 1. There's no way you can walk around to get all the angles, so does not look too strong. Oh, tower hop. Tower hop for Song Song. He's in.
Oh, he's that palisade as well. He was lucky that was just a straggler tree instead of the forest one. You just can't do that palisade trick with those.
And is Song Song actually going to get this tower up? I think he will. Oh, it's going to be close. A lot of these villagers getting pretty low. 1 villager's going to go down at least.
Oh.
Tower's denied.
Oh, I thought the Yo's TC was shooting at the villagers. Okay, shot at 1.
Seimanen actually getting a villager kill in the north, so killing 1 villager from Vivi. That's pretty nice. However, we have 3 players in the Castle Age for all the Chinese players. And I assume ACCM No, he's actually adding a town center. Does he have a castle coming up? Yeah, he's got a castle coming up pretty soon.
Man. He's gonna support with a Rambai. Yeah, it's like I was saying. So Vivi decided to branch out his economy, so they know Vivi's gonna be a bit vulnerable out here.
Castle coming up from Mr. Yo. We'll go for his conquistadors. Fully expected. We had a few camels coming out from our Persian player. I guess you were right on that prediction. And looks like they're in a good position and ready to push out.
Yeah, they are. They're gonna come. They're gonna come face first into some Arambai. So we'll see how this engagement works.
Say my name. Clicking up to next stage. Probably will go for a few knights. Looks like Song Song's way far away from Castle Age, so we won't see him anytime soon.
I didn't see what population he went up on, unfortunately.
I didn't either. Probably 20, 21.
Yeah. I mean, it's entirely possible if you're doing that population trush build for you to be up, at least have clicked up to castle around this time, so it looks like he just went in too deep.
And he's running back with 3 villagers, so at least he's going to save them. But that's pretty much a fail. Actually going to move a little right. Look at the huge, massive crossbows from Lix. Maybe they'll be able to find those villagers.
Ethiopian crossbows, man. Don't mess with them.
And all the players for the Chinese team adding new town centers. Oh, it looks like they will run into the villagers, actually. What is Song Song doing? Oh, no.
Just trying to be stubborn with this push, but it's not gonna accomplish all that much. Luckily the scout, I guess microed his scout up ahead and he was able to see the crossbows. He will be able to run away for the most part. These crossbows, I mean, they're slightly faster than the villagers, so they might be able to get one pick off, worst case scenario.
And Song Song has to be... What does he do with this villagers? Why doesn't he just run home?
Maybe he wants to forward something.
It'd have to be another tower.
Like, did Lix notice all the villagers? Oh, he killed one. I think he caught a glimpse of another one. Yeah, he sees them. They're kind of poking in out of the black territory. But he decided not to commit his whole army to it. He just has one crossbow running after them, while his others are trying to deal with these knights now.
And Song Song's finally going to make his way to the left. It looks like he's maybe going to plant a tower on the left side. I think the economy has to be much better from the side team. Not yet, but it should be getting there. Actually, ACCM with the best economy currently at 52 bills.
So we got conquistadors out in the Spanish. They're trying to get some pickoffs over here. They won't be successful though because I think just because all these villagers that are outside their nearby TCs.
ACCM getting two villager kills, I think, and maybe 2 other units. Hard to tell. From Vivi. All I see are the bodies. Vivi down to 50 villagers. ACCM up to 56, so a little bit of a lead there. Looks like Vivi's a little suspicious. Going to place an outpost on the left. He should be suspicious because we have 2 villagers from Song Song making their way around. And Song Song's in the Castle Age. We'll see what he drops with those.
Finally. Or he's in the Castle Age right now? Mm-hmm. Alright.
And it looks like Say My Name actually might clean up all these crossbows of Lix. And that puts them in an okay position in this game, in my opinion. I think their army is much stronger, actually. Much more army out for the VNA team, despite being down a little bit in economy. And look at the big raid from ACCM on the left, killing tons of villagers from Vivi. Evening out this game quite a bit.
Yeah, I was wondering where the Rambai were. Like, are they still holed up in the castle? No. Some of them are, but he's raiding with some others.
And this might be a good opportunity for the VNA team. We have a castle coming down from Song Song. Really, really hope that doesn't get spotted because there's only 2 villagers building it. But if that castle goes up, then organ guns, when they don't have to move so far, will be very strong.
Yeah, I mean, I had to deal with organ guns in a 1v1 recently.
They're a good unique unit.
It's not fun.
A very good unit.
It's kind of strange though because it's a unit where I heard nothing but like slander about them until like Viper decided to troll around with them, you know, Orion guns, and all of a sudden I see people's like moods change about the unit. All of a sudden it's not, oh, this unit is useless, it's underwhelming. Now all of a sudden it's hard to deal with. It's overpowered maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
the
probably an
meta shifts
exaggeration.
a
But
lot, even though, I mean, at least in small ways, even if people don't realize it. But nice cleanup from Say My Name and his knights, cleaning up a lot of the conquistadors of Mr. Yo. So they're doing okay back at home. There are still a few conquistadors from Yo running around, although it looks like ACCM's got it with his Arembai. And down in the bottom, going to prepare a push, we have a town center and a siege workshop coming up from Song Song.
and look at all these monks from Vivi. I never expected 5 monks in like early to mid castle age from a Persian player. This is probably going to force him to make siege, or at least have one of his teammates back him up with siege.
Someone in the chat saying I think they buffed organ guns in the last patch. The last patch was like a year ago, so in that last year the opinion has changed a lot. Not just as a result of the balance changes, but also because of gameplay.
It was kind of minor though, the stray bullets, because organ guns fire a spray of I think 5 shots. One of them does full damage, the other ones only did 1 damage.
I think the big one was actually they used to be even stronger, where they didn't have minimum range.
Yeah, that's. But I don't think that's the change they're referring to though.
Yeah, if you consider, yeah, they really haven't been buffed.
This
Anyway.
Persian TC is going to take a while to go down.
It is, but it's going down. The organ
hell.
guns, one of the reasons that they are hard to deal with is they can actually take down buildings, including town centers.
Oh, they can, but you definitely still want mangonels for the job. I think for the selling feature for me, at least, I think is they're able to deal with rams reasonably well, just because they fire so many shots. Usually gunpowder units, I think, are really distracted by rams, and they can have a hard time dealing with them, but organ guns actually do a decent job clearing them out in my experience.
So Vivi having a really hard time keeping this town center up. He really needs that town center for his wood income and keep on keeping all those villagers safe. Mangonel coming out from Vivi. Is he going to get a good shot? Going to kill one of the Mangonels of Song Song as he's not paying attention. And Mangonel's going to go down.
Now he is. He's going to opt to target the organ guns instead. Attack ground coming in from Vivi. Some organ guns going down, but it's just one from the Mangonel, but the camels are trying to take out the rest.
And
it is not looking so good for Vivi.
Okay against the Knights. Now has a big enough mass to basically two-shot the Knights, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. I think Say My Name probably is going to have some more monks or a lot more Knights to help deal with this.
2-for-1 Mangonel trade right there. Not the best.
And this is a nice recovery from Song Song. He was so pretty much useless in the early game. Could have been useless in the castle age, but with the sneaky castle and forward, now he's doing quite a bit for his team.
Yep, he's really caught up, all things considered.
However, Vivi defending pretty well, getting some great Mangonel shots, and that town center is still up, which is the most important thing. Lix is going up to the Imperial Age, he'll be the first, and probably get the Arbalest upgrade. That can be, with the Conquistadors to support, that can be very troublesome for the VNA team, especially if they're not pushing on that town center of Vivi any longer.
Yeah, and funny you talk about archers. Skirmishers are the most common counter, right? Well, guess which 2 civs on the VNA team have crappy skirmishers?
Which keys?
No, the crappy skirmishers. Burmese and Franks both have absolutely horrible skirmishers. Yep.
I give you a rhetorical answer.
So yeah, I think it can be especially Yeah, you're talking about the strength of arbalests. Yeah, that can be especially devastating.
ACCM going up into the next stage. Probably going to go into Renbai. That's not going to deal with the Arbalest. We need the Franks player, Say My Name, to go into the Imperial Age to help deal with the Arbalest that should be on their way from Lix. Actually, Lix is adding barracks. Might just go for Halb. You like that decision?
Throwing in Halbs?
Right away?
Well, I guess it just depends on how many knights that that Lix ran into.
So I think this really kind of depends on the timing. So if you're up as fast as Lix is, and you know your opponent, the Frankish player, is not up, then I think Arbalest would be a better decision, and I think that would be the better decision right now. But if you're up at the same time, then Halb would probably be a better decision.
Because Say My Name does have a really decent number of knights out on the field, trying to clean up these conquistadors with mixed success right now.
Well, look at the castle on the left for Song Song. Song Song somehow got that castle up and destroyed Vivi's town center in the north.
Yep. He was just always on stone. Yeah, and now, he was super behind in the earlier on, but now he's still lowest on he's still behind compared to his teammates, but now it's Vivi who's really having to pick up the slack right now.
Alright, so Lix is gearing up for his push, going to upgrade Halb and Arbalest and Capped Ram, so probably going to bulldoze his way through Song Song's base. I don't see any way Song Song can be able to stop that. Hopefully Song Song can do some damage on his own, and looks like might be. Thinking about it, actually going to add some towers. I thought he was going to go for another castle. But I think Song Song needs to do some damage to Vivi just to keep things even, as he's about to get bulldozed.
Yeah, Persians have a great economy, but it's meaningless if you have no economy to begin with. Feeling so bad for Vivi right now. But I guess in a way I'm kind of smiling too, just because Vivi's famous for his forwards, and it's kind of poetic that he's dying to a forward right now.
A crazy one too.
Getting a taste of his own medicine, in a way.
And this
Song Song was the most vulnerable, and now he's the one facing pressure.
Yeah, so the question is kind of who dies faster. Is Vivi going to die faster, or is Song Song going to die faster? Usually the player with the Rams kills their opponent faster.
Not to mention castles. Song Song has a castle up here. I don't think Vivi has a single castle.
So Say My Name really needs to get the Cavalier upgrade to be able to do anything against Lix. Although again, Lix has Halb, so that's going to be very hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Hopefully Song Song can make enough organ guns to help defend. That's really what he needs.
Yeah, maybe elite organ gun, I don't know. The knight's coming in from Say My Name to try and support, but he's going to run into... He's about to say, yeah, surprise, mass Halbs. Forced to retreat. It's a huge clusterfuck over here. Knights, Rambai.
Oh, there's the... I was wondering where the Halbs were. They were hiding in the Rams.
Yeah, he put him
That's
in
not
there.
Too bad.
Yeah. I mean, he
they
did
might win this one. Just retreat with the Knights, let the Rambai pick off the Halbs, and now the Knights can go clean up the Rams. That's not too bad.
Oh, bad micro from ACCM.
Yeah, Is it?
They're just lucky they had the hill.
Yeah. Are you at... What time are you at now?
Almost 40 minutes. Yeah, 40
minutes.
minutes right about now. Huh?
Okay, let me speed up a little bit. Okay, we're good.
That's me that's ahead now.
Yeah, odd. But we should be about the same time.
Yep.
Yeah, ACCM lost a lot of Rambai there for no reason, but I did like that cleanup on all those Rams. That keeps Song Song alive in the game. All the players have pretty good villager counts, except for Vivi, which is interesting. So Vivi's the most out of it this game.
Well, thankfully, what I was talking about with like camel support trying to deal with all these knights, at least Lix is picking up the slack with that because he's got halberdiers out.
I think we're seeing a momentum switch. because we have
We are.
Paladin on the way for Say My Name. We only have Conquistadors for Yo, and if Yo goes to the Elite Conquistador, they're not going to get that much stronger. Of course, Vivi's out of the game, and then Lix is on Halb and Arbalest, which is decent, but I think that Paladin might be able to clean all this up.
Yeah, he just needs to be prepared with enough halberdiers. And at some point he's going to want to add siege too, because he's actually banking a really good amount of gold.
This Paladin raid for Say My Name is going to be so huge down in the bottom in Lix's base. They're going to kill so many villagers.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, he noticed, but not before he lost like 10 vills
They
down
can't
there.
all fit in the town center.
Yeah, they can't. And I think all his barracks are forward, I think. Except for this one, but that's still a huge distance away. Hey,
Well, after that, Say
can't
My
deal
Name
with
could
this.
just move over to Yo's base, and then he can move over to Vivi's base, and keep going.
Vivi just going full guard tower right now. Just trying to defend with something.
I think Song's done really good for considering how bad his start has been. He's really keeping Vivi out of the game.
Yeah, Song is a little weak right now, but Vivi's even weaker. He's done his job. And he's even doing a guard tower defense right now just to try and stop Lix's push.
Well, it's good just to buy time. Song's lost a lot of ground, he's lost a lot of buildings, but he hasn't lost any villagers. Looks like he migrated a lot of his economy. Some of his economy's on the left side as well. And now he's in the Imperial Age.
He's in Imperial Age.
I don't know if that's much good. I don't see him affording the elite organ gun anytime soon. But at least he can get out some trebs.
He could ask his teammates to sling him a little bit
Yeah,
if he's
that would be
interested in
great.
that, but
And now the Paladins for Say My Name moving their way over to Vivi's base. There's a lot of towers there, so they won't get too much, but they're idling a lot of economy, certainly.
Lick's trying his best to support his allies, especially he's just traded like 1,000 food to Vivi. It looks
Now
like they're looking
ACCM's
to
kind of in
start
the
trade.
base of Yo as well, on that lumber line. So just that back area is just completely destroyed.
Or at least I thought they were starting trade because I saw a flare on the... Yeah, around that side.
Looks like on the right side, Lix is going to gear up for another push. He has some more siege ramps prepared, a lot more halbs.
Elite Conquistador is down. Not a huge upgrade, but it is an upgrade nonetheless. They might be able to do something
I don't
against
think
these
it does
paladins.
anything, really.
I mean, you might as well go for them if you had this many left over. Like, this is like, what, 24 Conquistadors?
I don't know.
Might as well.
I don't think they do anything. I think that he needs to switch into Cavalier or Paladin. But it might be too late, as ACCM starting to trip down this castle. Is going to take a big fight against the Conquistador.
Lick's going in for another huge push against Song right now. Mass siege rams out in front.
And that's probably the only bright spot. And if that gets shut down, that might be it.
They backing up any troops to try and deal with this? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I think Say My Name's coming over, and so is ACCM.
There's no easy counter to Lix's army though, so if they wanted to,
Oh, I think
Try and push
they'll do
back.
fine. I think Paladin and Rempai will do great.
yeah,
you
it just
think?
needs a lot of numbers.
Yeah, he's got a lot of numbers. As long as the army control's okay, not like last time. And there we go. I think the Frankish Paladin will clean up the rest.
Vivi's got to be a bit frustrated with himself right now, just being unable to contribute enough just because of all these constant raids.
Do you think this is
Yo.
a close game, or you think you think VNA has a significant advantage?
I think VNA is in a pretty good spot right now.
I think they are too. I think the army composition is probably what's gonna push them over. And why I have so
The
much
army
faith in
composition and the fact that Song has just done pretty good amount of damage to Vivi. He's pretty much out of the game.
Numbers are
It's
pretty
more or less
even now.
2-3.
Yeah.
It's more or less 2v3 right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Vivi just says, screw this, and just slings his teammates instead. He's so far behind. But he's on his way to Imperial
I can see
Age.
that working, actually, because Yo needs Paladin. Someone needs to do Paladin.
Mass Paladins coming in. They're going to clean up this everything here. Lix does not have the help number to push this back. Especially not against Frankish Paladins, because they survive an extra hit from Halberdiers. Each. Man, everyone's going guard tower this game.
We'll see it in all the tournaments now. It'll just be guard tower wars.
Yeah, I think the only player that hasn't researched guard... Say my name. And maybe Yo? No, Yo has it.
Alright, I think this is probably where they call GG. As this castle's gonna go down from Yo. The Conquistadors are done. Yo's not gonna be able to make Conquistadors, not that they were doing so much anyway.
He's desperately trying to use a choke point, but he just doesn't have the numbers anymore.
I know those Paladins should come in and look at all that farmland make a raid.
He's panic building another one. Yeah, if Yo had made use of knights in the Castle Age, then I don't know how. Maybe this could have been different, or at the very least, not invest into so many conquistadors that he felt like he had to go for the elite upgrade. I wonder how
I'm
things could
watching
be different.
ACCM's trade carts towards Song Song's eastern base. They're actually going to trade in the left corners. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So Cavalier finally from Vivi, but at what cost?
Yeah, a little late.
Oh, yeah, Song Song has a lead organ gun.
I guess we'll see. So now, at least there isn't this game. There isn't a ton of rating, so it's easier to understand what's going on. But it looks like Yo is going to be pushing back in the middle. He's got a lot of conquistadors. On the left side, Song Song's got a pretty weak army. He's got a lot of skirmishers. They're at a little bit at a standstill there. We'll see if Vivi's going to be able to clean that up, and it looks like it might actually be a big cleanup with a lot of skirms.
This reminds me of some of the team games I played this past week where I was just chatting with my friends on Discord and saying, my pocket's useless, he's supporting with skirmishers, they're not doing anything.
Really not that great.
I think that's, yeah,
Not that
Song
great a
Song's
team
position
game.
right now.
I guess because they're hurting for gold, that's probably the biggest reason why. But that's not really a great unit.
Say My Name's got a decent amount of trade going, so worst comes to, he might just have to sling gold to... Oh, and he just got coinage, yeah, he's going to be slinging some resources to, I guess, Song Song.
Actually, that's a big factor we haven't talked about, the trade numbers.
Bombard Tower just came down for Song Song. So I think he's just going to forego military, like units entirely, and just opt for just mass Bombard Towers.
Yeah. VNA actually has like 45 trade cards, and there's 0 trade for the other team.
Song Song actually has a decent amount of stone left over, about 700, but he needs the gold to make the Bombard Towers.
Oh, he's making a few now. I just think that I think the Chinese team will run out of momentum without gold.
If there's one building in the game that forces you back, it's the Bombard Tower. Like, you have to back it up, otherwise you're going to take huge losses.
It's good for pushing.
Yeah. It's like the unstoppable force. Just
Song Song's army looking more like that of a Byzantine player.
yeah, mass trash.
Probably like for the Civs, you least expect to see so much trash from them, but
And
finally
Portuguese, they do
Paladin
have a
coming
good
in
trash
for-
line.
What is it?
They do have a good trash line.
They do.
And,
They get a gold discount, so we'd expect to see gold be but finally, Vivi upgrading Paladin. Is it going to be enough to turn things around? Probably not.
I think he has enough to clean up this line of halbs from Song Song, but not much more.
Well, they're gonna have to deal with the Bombard Towers at some point.
They're just too well defended right now.
And you saw ACCM actually got the keep upgrade?
Yeah, I did.
I'm sure you did. You've been looking at the, the tower upgrades all these games.
The Southeast Asian keeps. It's a rare sight.
Very rare.
Is both civilizations have exactly one bombard civ, so I think in an ideal world that's what Yo should have done as well at some point, but that's assuming they had a better footing on their opponent's side of the map, which they don't. Alright, fully upgraded paladins from Vivi.
Again, I don't think this game would be so far over if both players had equal trade, but I think the trade again is going to be the deciding factor here. What do you think?
Yeah. Thing is, I would make a comment on the trade if only I could see that in my overlay properly, as my resolution is small enough that I can't really see it for the SY team.
Oh, it's 40. It's 40 for VNA, and for the side team, it's 7.
I can just make it off the screen now when I turn off the statistics. Yeah, only 7 for Vivi, and oh man, what's that a total of? Like 60, almost 60 trade total for the VNA. Yeah, I think that alone just should decide who the victor is. The first team that has to resort to trash units is the one that loses.
And it looks like this trio kind of is pushing in the middle, but expect that to get stopped eventually. On the right, there's actually a pretty strong push going on as well.
Howda coming down from ACCM,
Yeah.
So it looks like since he's setting up trade, it looks like he wants to transition into battle elephants. And he's got a rockin' economy, actually. He can easily afford elite battle elephant and maybe train at least like a dozen of them.
Oh, he's got tons of
right
food,
off the bat. Yeah.
And that's another reason I could think again to favor this late game army composition.
Yeah, Burmese is probably my favorite Rise of the Raja civ, just for this reason.
For the elephants?
Elephants, the Rambai, the solid economy. It's just a great package all around.
Oh, I like Malay. It's my favorite.
Malay's probably my second favorite.
Alright, so where are these elephants? Do you see the stables?
He only has one stable right now.
Oh.
And he still hasn't. I still don't think he has elite battle elephant. Let's
Yeah.
see. Yeah, he doesn't have the tech upgraded. Just unless maybe he just misclicked on Howda. I don't know. Did he mean to get Manipur cavalry or something? Unless he already has that. Yeah, he does.
So it looks like the push on the right side did stop. Which is great because, again, the Chinese team will need at least one corner for trade. They're certainly not going to the left corner. They're going to have to push onto the right corner, but that's just so heavily defended, it's going to take forever to get over there.
That is, they just don't have a clean trade route. And worst comes to, they'll just have to settle for a shortened trade route, but even that's not really possible right now.
That makes a big difference. At least the Chinese team does have the Spanish on their team. That'll help.
Yeah,
out a
they
bit.
do. Some people like in if you're in a team game and one of your teammates random Spanish, it's like winning the lottery. It's like, all right,
Mongols,
finally
Indians.
elite battle elephant coming down from ACCM
Yeah.
and just putting down his stables.
All right, this has to be it. Look at the bottom. You have Song Song building some bombard towers with a big army towards the trade line. Like they snuck in there somehow.
Yeah, and he's busting. Song's busting out the whole Portuguese arsenal right now.
And there's GG.
He's even tossing in arbalests.
Another game where it showcased a lot of the different army compositions. I was most impressed with oh, I don't know, the team play between ACCM and Say My Name when they had those two big cleanups. As Lix was going into Song space was very impressive. I thought that was a big turning point in the game. And then Song with those two villagers placing the castle on the left side and actually doing some great damage against Vivi. That was very surprising as well. So kind of like a big comeback in my opinion.
Agreed. Layloy wins it.
Check the achievements.
Yeah, I won't click Adam in this time. Although the music is really loud in the thing for me.
ACCM with a huge KD. Lix with a terrible one.
You want to talk about bad? I mean, oh well, actually, they have roughly the same ratio because Vivi's was pretty bad too. So Lix was really doing all the heavy lifting because he had the largest army by far.
Yeah. All right. So I think we'll call it there for today. There's 3 pretty good games. Glad you're able to join me, Joshua.
Sure.
And
yeah, I think the other day I was suggesting a crazy 1v1 I was watching. Then I watched between Daniel and Spring. Is well, yeah, for done for today. Maybe if we get to do it next time.
That's definitely
yeah, sure. As I thought it was just a crazy game. It had just about everything.
All right, so I'll close out the stream. Look for some questions. Answer questions if anyone has any, and find someone to host. Thanks for joining me again. Hope we hear from you again soon.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Take care.
See you.